We've moved back aboard Delfino, but now we're waiting for weather to allow us to cross the channel and head to France. And the English spring really made us wait around. So we made the most of the extra few weeks in Brixham, enjoying the southwest and preparing Delfino for the crossing. We started by making ourselves a big old list. We had a lot to do, and if the weather was going to let us leave in 48 hours, we didn't have much time to do it in.
Trying to decide if we want to go across the channel tomorrow. So, I mean, there's a decent window, and the reality is that we're almost ready. So we've been in a bit of indecision, and that indecision is kind of what's killing us a little bit. Just, on one hand, we'd like to do a shakedown sail. We don't really have the time or energy to do it. But it's starting to feel like maybe we should just go. The boat's in a good state. We've tested a lot of the systems. We could do a bit more testing today. Maybe we'll go, maybe we won't. We're ready, but not quite. And we're tired. We don't feel like crushing through this list of tasks today. But maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't.
So basically, this morning, first thing, we are going through the predict wind weather routing to see exactly whether we do have a window to go across. The various different forecasts have been disagreeing on exactly if there's a window and if a system rolls in. So today is Saturday, we're looking at leaving tomorrow, which would be Easter Sunday, and on Easter Monday a little system might roll through and make it a bit uncomfortable for our final approach to Roscoff, which is where we're aiming for. So yeah, we are deciding whether we have a day off, our first day off of 2024 today, or whether we keep pushing and get everything ready for a sail tomorrow. So let's see what Predict Wind says. After looking at the forecast in more detail, we ultimately decided that it wasn't a good enough window to push ourselves into the crossing. The storm that was due to arrive had strengthened and was due to arrive sooner than originally forecast, so we decided to carry on preparing the boat, even though we probably wouldn't be leaving the next day. Delfino hadn't sailed for 6 months at this point, so we focused on getting her sails and rigging ready for the channel. Our first job was to inspect, wash and lubricate all of her moving parts.
Classic boat life. The straw for this is now, I don't know if you're even going to be able to see it, it's over there in the water. So now I'm putting on the jack lines, which are these webbing straps that run along the length of the boat that we clip into to stop us falling overboard. Always means that we're about to start sailing when these are going on, so makes me excited. So I don't think I've talked about it too much, but one of the things that we've been doing is installing a new sail. So it's a smaller sail that sits forward. It should allow us, it should give us a broader range of conditions that we should sail. It's a good heavy weather sail, it's a good upwind sail. But one of the things I need to do is install one of these new cars onto the track that's down here so that we have a sheathing line which controls that sail.
Unlike most boat projects, it was surprisingly easy to install the cars. The ends of the tracks came off nicely and the new cars just slid straight on.
Sweet. Good. Rigging inspection is halfway done.
So we've made some progress by the list, but we've mostly been hampered by probably not actually going to France tomorrow. So quite a lot of these bottom ones may not matter, but we'll see. But we carried on getting ready to hoist our new staysail. I prepared the sheets that would let us control the sail, and we got ready to hoist it for the first time. This was a nerve-wracking process. Raising a sail in a harbour is always a bit of a stressful wrestling match with huge amounts of canvas on a small deck. But as this was a new sail, we had an extra layer of pressure.
Ready?
Guess so, yeah.
We tried our best to measure the length that the sail needed to be, but we aren't professionals and we hadn't measured a sail before, so we were a bit nervous about whether it would fit. If the length that we'd measured was too long and the sail was too tall, we wouldn't be able to raise it fully, and we'd have wasted a few £1,000s on a sail that was completely unusable. Thankfully, the sail was a perfect fit.
And so I knew she was in the right place, and so I just put my head down and listened to what she said, and I did it. And we all did it. And that was incredible. Huge congratulations. Go down the rest of your crew and enjoy this moment.
Got the Cambridge women won boat race.
Go Cambridge ladies!
Wadies!
Go Cambridge ladies!
We were feeling pretty pleased with ourselves. We'd finished fitting our new sail and our rigging was ready to go. But the weather forecast was looking steadily worse, and we realised we wouldn't have a window to cross the channel just yet. We didn't realise quite how long we'd be waiting though.
One low pressure after another.
Whoa, mama. So we were hoping to leave on Monday. It's now Thursday. It's been a couple of days. It's just been like constant low pressures, systems moving through. It doesn't seem like the forecast is going to improve again for another 4 or 5 days. So this is us just hanging out and waiting. At least the weather's pretty good. Maybe we'll be able to go for a hike tomorrow, and it's my birthday on Sunday. Watch some football. Part of the cruising life. We've been so busy over the winter, to be honest, the opportunity to take a break has been pretty nice.
So we hunkered down, did some work, played some video games, and waited.
Today is Saturday. We've been here for about a week waiting for a weather window. Doesn't seem like there's going to be another window for at least another couple of days. So we're going to go for a walk. We're going to walk from Kingswear near Dartmouth to here, back home. Should be about 4.5 hours, 800, 700 meters of ascent in total. So it's going to be a long day, but it's pretty sunny out there, and yeah, might as well go explore. Cheers.
Charging straight up a hill.
How are you feeling, Laura, today?
Yeah, alright.
Good?
Legs are warming up. But yeah, looking forward to it, even if we do get blown around a bit at the top.
It's already raining. It's only supposed to be a short little stretch of rain though.
I've spent a lot of time in the rain in this raincoat over the past year.
One thing that I absolutely love about the walks in the UK is sometimes you get this kind of like entering Narnia, Alice in Wonderland. Like, look at this road, you know? All this stuff along the side here.
Yeah.
Might be what?
Wild garlic.
Is that what you're sniffing at?
Yeah, can you smell it?
Oh yeah, strong smelling. We're on the southwest coastal path, which Laura says is the longest trail?
Yeah, I think it's the UK's longest. It's definitely the longest coast path. It might be the longest trail, and it runs all the way around the outside of Devon and Cornwall, so all the way around the sort of peninsula in the southwest.
What I love about it is the variety that you get just on any individual walk. You always get these sections near towns that are very
Steep normally.
quite steep, quite a lot of houses, and then you get some longer sections around the coast. Morning.
Quite busy today.
Apparently quite busy. One thing about the Southwest Coast Path is there's always a ton of ascent. I think today we'll do about 14 kilometers in total, and we'll probably have between 600 or 700 meters of ascent depending on which specific route we take. This one's pretty steep. you turn around a corner, like, oh, we just summited a little ridge and there's some kind of microclimate, and for some reason it's a different set of trees and a totally different vibe.
So maybe we haven't quite had the full impact of wind.
Reminds me why we're not out there though, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, does it pretty grim out there?
All of a sudden we're in what I would call heathland. It's so windy, so windy. Let's just get through this bit, it's going to be a bit of a summer fest. Not bad, eh? That's got to be nearly the top, right? Far now. We're done, Laura.
Yeah, tired, but that was a really nice walk.
We're back on the boat. So one thing about the teak decks is I try not to get it too muddy. Look how beautiful all that is. So what I'm going to do instead, just give all of our crap a brush off at the top.
Pretty unsettled, particularly to begin with. It's often going to be quite wet and windy, and it will be a little bit cooler for all of us.
They've slowly gotten used to us, those guys. Super cute little turnstones. They've been with us more or less all winter.
But then later in the week, we're going to see those temperatures on the rise again. So
Why?
the next few days, certainly.
Today is Wednesday the 10th. Just doing a little bit of a weather check. It's looking like we might have a window to cross finally over Saturday, Sunday this week. There's a little bit of disagreement between the different models. So the European model has nicer conditions than the UK V model. UK V model says there might be a little bit too much wind for us, but we're just gonna cross our fingers and hope. And we've got a little bit of a plan for something that should curry favour with the sea gods later.
It was finally time to work out our exact route and plan our passage. But just to make sure our weather window wouldn't close on us, we decided to take drastic action. I am not looking forward to this, but if it makes the universe happy and gets us a weather window, it's going to be well worth it.
I'm super excited. Let's...
Difference of opinions as always. Right, let's go.
Okay, that might be me.
I gotta get my head under to make it.
Yes.
We decided we hadn't done enough, so we headed back in for one more drink. That was cold.
How was that, Laura?
Better than expected. Pretty cold when we were in, but feels quite warm now.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was great.
Let's hope it makes the universe / Poseidon / whatever we're making offerings to get better weather. Let's hope it makes it happy.
And now straight to the showers.
Yeah.
Crazy low tide. It's now Thursday and the forecast is looking pretty good to leave this weekend. So we're going to spend a little bit of time this morning just finishing up the last bits of the
boat prep before we leave. Pretty excited to go to Roscoff at this point. Hardest part of this whole thing might be getting the printer to work so we can get all of our docs ready for France. Oh, those are happy noises.
That doesn't have anything on it.
Sometimes.
What? What the hell?
Laura's greatest nemesis. One of the things I have to do is fix the reefing lines. The reefing lines are what are attached to the big mainsail here. The reefing lines, what they allow us to do is to pull the bottom of the sail down and reduce the total amount of sail area. And currently they're just rigged the wrong way. They are twisted around the back of the sail, so I got to fix that. Show you what's going on with these. So the way these work is that you've got a single line here that's tied around the boom, and that's where the back end of the sail is more or less held down, and they go through these loops up here on the sail like that. So yeah, need to just make sure that these are rigged properly. So just to explain, before this thing was coming in through here like that and running from here down onto the right hand side of the boom, so crossing over. So now what we're going to do, almost fell. Now what we're going to do is run it through here like that. Come back here, boom, like that. Oops.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Nice and neat. It's going to be so obvious which of these Laura did and which I did. So the next thing on the agenda is to give all of the standing rigging, which is the series of metal cables that actually hold our mast up, give it a bit of a check. So we're just looking to make sure that they're not corroded, that they've got all of their little rings that hold them in place, split rings I think they're called. Yeah, let's give it a go. Next step, laundry.
So this evening's dinner is a celebration of getting the boat ready to sail and of saying goodbye to winter. So we're having mac and cheese with kale and bacon and leeks. So using up the last of our winter vegetables. We've also got some special cheese that we picked up from a cheesemonger in Totnes. That's a local hard cheese with sage in it. So I'm going to use that for the cheese portion along with just some regular cheddar. Test it, make sure it's still good. Oi. Secret ingredient, nutmeg.
I'm excited for this. So it's Saturday, we're about to go for a little test sail. As Laura points out, it's actually Friday. But yeah, a little bit of a shakedown cruise. We're only going out for a couple hours. Squeaking.
So we've been slightly delayed leaving on our shakedown sail because the alternator belt was making a horrible squealing noise, and it generally just seems to have got a little bit looser when it's been sitting, both because it's probably been stretching as it's been sitting there and because it's now significantly warmer than it was when we installed it. So she's just going to give it a quick tighten up. We can hope that solves the problem, and this is why we are doing the shakedown sail.
So we tightened the belt and that worked all fine. Squeaking's gone entirely. We're still putting in a good amount of amperage. But yeah, I think we're good to go. The engine sounds great, to be honest, better than she has in a long time. Alright, let's see if I remember how to get her off a dock. It's been a while.
Stu's filling me with confidence.
So good. Oh, I'm excited for this.
I was expecting to feel so nervous, but now that we're out here, I'm like, yes.
It's right, isn't it?
Yeah. It helps that it's really sunny.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's like perfect sailing weather. Honestly, like on par with the best sailing weather we had all summer last year.
It felt good to be back out on the water, but we were both definitely rusty and were glad we'd had time to shake off the cobwebs before heading into the channel.
Look at us forgetting how to do these things. Forgetting about the halyard, forgetting about the main sail cover.
For the first time in 6 months, it was time to raise Delfino sails.
Oh, we are trucking. Yes, feels so good. 6.7 knots, Laura.
Not bad with only the staysail and the double reef main. So yeah, we're pretty pleased with how she is trucking along. And I don't know if we've mentioned that it is a lovely day. That's really helping. We had perfect conditions to test out our new staysail. A strong breeze with the sun out and in the protected waters of Torbay. The new sail performed better than either of us could have hoped for, and we felt so ready to cross the channel.
We did it.
We did it! And finally, everything was done on the list.
Oh yeah. Finally.
And we celebrated with an alcohol-free beer and some cheesy chips before setting off into the channel. Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we finally head out into the English Channel bound for France.
Winds and the waves are a little bit bigger than we were expecting. It's an intense first few hours.